Hi all, good morning. So we will start in another 5 minutes. We are still waiting from other participants to join. Hi, good morning. So welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Aida. I am Admin Executive at Sutra Analytics. So today we'll be presenting to you guys what's new and advantage of Smart Interop Object in Smart 3D 2019. So after end of the webinar, we will have a Q&A session. So if everyone have any question, please drop to our chat box. Then our presenter will answer your question accordingly. Just a warm reminder, please make sure your mic is mute to avoid any voice interruption during the presentation. So without the further ado, I will pass to our presenter, Varun, is application engineer. So Varun, you can start now.
Yeah, thanks. So today's session, I'm going to give overview about Smart 3 2019, like what are the new features included in 2019, and the generate SIO option, like it is a smart interrupt objects, like what is the advantages of that, and how it's going to the game changer in present situation. And also there are a lot of enhancement in the point cloud data, basically like reverse engineering all these factors, like the scan data you can keep or remove. I will just show a few slides on that. And let me go through the new features in Smart 3 2019. So if you see the slide, there is like previously in 2016, we are not able to select the network path for the backup. So there is some challenges to select the path, the network path, like the drive storage, all these things. In 2019, it is taken care, and you can just select the network path wherever you want. And the same way, like there is one more enhancement, like for batch setup, you can just select the path for these things. Like if you want select, previously it is by default going to the C drive temp folder. But now you can check the log files and you can save the log files in particular path wherever you require. And if you this slide, like in 2000, from 2018 and 19, there is a good enhancement in equipment set. Like I will just show you the things like how we are going to import the data for equipment and how easily you can manipulate the equipment data and what are the advantages for that. As per the slide, like I will just show in Smart 3D how we are going to use the same thing. Before going that, like to import or export, like we are using a smart template. So let me show you the template so that you'll understand how it's going to helpful for other import and export. So this is the template. By default, it's stored in the project folder, like in the bin, like you can check in the project wherever the installed path. And this Excel like is used for as a template. While importing and exporting, it will help. And as of now, it is blank. I didn't import or export anything. I will just show how like we can easily import and export. Okay. This is my 2019 SP3D environment, and I have loaded a train set like few equipments and few area 2 unit. And if you see in the workspace explorer, I have like almost 7 to 8 equipments here. And now let us see how easily we can export this equipment. Like in the tools, we have an additional option, like we can click on that. Once you select, you can browse the path and it will list the equipment, list of Excels, like whichever template you want. You can rename and you can maintain as per your requirement. So I just opened equipment export, which is blank, and I'm selecting that. And here, if we have two options, like one is save equipment and one is load equipment. First of all, we'll go with the save equipment, which the data will be exported to the particular Excel where we have saved. Okay, let me go and I've selected the Excel and just clicking on the save equipment and it will ask the path which import. Like I'm just selecting the equipment export, which already we have seen. Save, replace. And if you see here, the progress it is showing like say it is already done. Let us open the same Excel previously what we used, the equipment export Excel. If you see here, the list of the equipment, 7 equipments, whichever in the Design Explorer. So we are able to see here. So like in this way, we can easily export the equipment. And one good advantage in this is like we can import and you can create new equipments as well. And the most common thing for the admin advantages is like you can use this template in AMD mode. So like as you know, you might aware that to the reference database we can add, modify, delete through AMD mode. So like let me show you like how easily we can do that. So let me take a sample file equipment. I'll just close this. Okay. So here we will take as a case study this one, the P160T equipment. So if you can check the orientation, I will change through the Excel, and I will also try to add this equipment one more with different coordinates. Let's see how easily we can do that with the Excel. So I'm just copying this Excel, the row, and here I will just keep as M, and this is M. So A is for add and M is for modify. So with the same name, I will just add a suffix or prefix like with A, and I will just change few things. Like I will change the elevation just for our understanding. Like there should be one more equipment, so I just adding 2000 for that. And the existing equipment, I will just make the rotation to understand how modification has been done. Okay, I just change the rotation here, and I have added one more row with the new equipment called A. Just let us save the Excel. And if you see here, we have the P162. Still, we don't have the P162A. And let us load the equipment through the same way. Tools, import and export. So here I have selected the export, and previously we have saved the data. Now we are retrieving data, so it is import. So I'll just click on the load. Once you see, like you are able to see the progress, like loading the equipments from Excel and workbook. And here we have one more advantage. It will completely like interactive. There will be like error messages, or there will be log information. If something you have imported, it will be shown. If something which is not placed, it will also give the error. So this is the error box which pop up. This is message box, sorry. So here it is saying that total processed object is 2. Like we have done 2 operations here. One is addition, one is modification. So number of objects placed is showing 1. Number of objects modified, it is showing 1. Okay. So if something error, it will be showing as well. Okay. Let me click OK. And if you see in the workspace, I have just rotated one equipment and I have created one more equipment. This is easily like whatever is there. You can just basically, if you have the catalog equipment library, so you can just select the path and you can place the equipment in such a way so that easily you can. So it saves a lot of time. And one more thing, I want to just say that here, whatever the operations you have done, so you might not be like if we are talking about 7 equipments, you can easily see. But in case if you're having more equipments, like say 20 or 50 or 100 of equipment, still you can have the control, like what is the status, whether it is created successfully or it has any issues. If something issues is there, like definitely it will you hear the remarks, like it's stating that it is failed due to this reason, so on so reason. So that is how so easy and simple way you can import and export. This is one of the best option in equipment. Fine. And in this is regarding the reference database regarding piping specification. Usually there will be a lot of like previously like the fabrication related or any like pipe spool length like splitting. There will be a lot of headaches to control that, or like for site like erection purpose, all these things to have more control. Previously it is on part level, so now it is on the piping spec level. So for each and for every spec, you can define your own length. Like suppose for every, like we have a 6 meters pipe, but like I want the supplier might be just having note that we need to supply 3 meters like that. So like for every 3 meters, there will be a split required. So sometimes users manually may miss, there will be chances, but with this help, you can simply restrict at spec level, and you can avoid this type of issues. Let me show in S3D how easily you can control. So I'll just show the option where we can control this. Catalog. So here we have the piping specifications. Under piping specifications, I have the listed specs, like whichever you have loaded. On the individual spec, previously it is not available. Now it is enhanced, like you can, it is updated. So if you scroll down, here we have 3 options like by split or by commit code or by system. So this makes us more control on this pipe length cut. Like actually you can split at any point. Okay, this is one more feature in 2018-19. And there is like previously, this is about the database upgradation. Like if you see about if you are upgrading 2009 to 11 or 11 to 14, there might be a lot of DLLs or existing symbols which you are previously using. So while like upgrading the database, there is no control which DLL you are using or which version you are using. There will be like little things you need to do manually. But in 2018 and 19, there is a lot of enhancement and it is very user friendly and it is easy process for upgradation data. And there we have added one more XML which gives the information of which DLL it belongs. Let me show that. This is the product installation folder, and we are going to the shared content where all the symbols and all the information are stored. So here we have one more XML. So this XML will inform us, like suppose previous version is 11, the symbol which used for this one, and now present version is 12. It means suppose if you are upgrading from 2016 and 18 or 2014 to 18, so there will be chances that the existing 90 degrees elbow symbol has the same prog ID or same symbol it is using. So that type of issues will be coming into the picture, which needs some manual work. So in this 2018, there is no chance of that manual work. It will be automatically taken care through this information. And regarding the shared content update, like previous version 2016 and before versions, we have the upgrade shared content utility, which we need to download from Smart Portal, and we need to run based on that one. But if from 2018-19, like there is enhancement taken care in shared content update also. It is like a part of the product folder only. The utility you can get it. I will show the path. So from here itself, you can upgrade the shared content. No need of going to the smart portal and for every version you need. Shared content, project management. Under project management, tools, bin, you have the upgrade shared content. So this utility will help easy way for upgradation the previous version to the latest versions. Like you can create the path XML which has all the information. So here on this, like you can select like which version, like if it is 2018 or 2016, which version you are located, like what is the original and what is the latest version. So you can target the shared content paths and you can simply upgrade the page. So it is very easy to handle for upgradation as well. Okay. And here one more enhancement taken care in Duct. So this will be really a valuation for the whoever the designers working on the Duct. So let me share. Like there is an additional three things like which features which you can access, like default value from previous run, all these things from default populate from existing Duct run or from the last saved properties. I will show the features where it has been added. So I'm just going to the Duct HVAC. So once you click on the Duct features, I'm just selecting a sample run, routing the template. Previously, we need to give the manual information, all these things. So now the features has been added for this one, like default values for Duct systems, like if you are using the same Duct for continuously. So this makes some sense, like you will save the time. And for wherever particular portion you are using for particular Duct information, that will be stored and it will be continuously in the run. And this is one more like default values of run. Some like suppose throughout your project it has been same information that you can use this option, and it is like simple and best option. Like you can just whatever the last use you can retrieve. So this is how the HVAC run. Like you can the designer can easily use these options. And one more thing, like there is an enhancement taken care, like selecting the pipe runs are electrical or HVAC. Because previously, if you want copy paste some lines, like we need to get select nexted, and if you want to select particular runs, manual work and some there is some discrepancy trying to capture and selecting the objects. There is some issues. Now it is taken care like in such a way. I will just show you that. So to show that, I am just taking piping discipline as example. So it has enhanced in electrical and HVAC as well. So as of now, I am just considering for piping. Okay, I just went to the level. So this enhancement, it will interact you. Like suppose if my local filter is features or my local filter is parts, it will depends on your local selection. It will change. Let me show you how it varies. I'm selecting the parts. Let me select a piping part and right click. So if you see these two options, like you need not to go to the workspace explorer, or you need not to go to the like the graphical things and selecting some other lines rather some lines. So this type of page is new. So you can simply select the particular part or feature. I can just click on get runs. So whichever the runs related to this, it will be automatically selected. So while moving or while copy pasting or while rotating, this type of commands will be very helpful. So it really saves the time, and there will be a lot of like if you are missing any belts or any slope lines, this will really help you. Okay. Now we selected the parts as a local filter, and I have selected the get trends. And the same way, if I select and I click on the get features, including the weld and whichever the straight connection which is related to the feature, completely it will be taken. So this is one more advantage you can for copy pasting or general. And the same way, if I change to pipe features, so this feature you can click and you can say get connected supports also. Like if some supports is there, which is related to the feature level, so it can get. And if any runs, you can click on the get runs, and wherever the connectivity, suppose it is still the other line is connected, you can just select. So this will help you like somewhere, like if you miss something or you want to copy paste or you want to rotate, as I said earlier, it will be very helpful. So depends on local filter, it will change accordingly. So this is like good options like where design really saves time and is user friendly. And also, there are some other to-do list have been answered, like in the generally there will be a lot of issues in slope lines. Like generally, like if you like due to the elbows or for ISO extraction, that type of information. So now the TDLs in 2000 from 2018 onwards, it will be more clear. Like rather previously, it shows like invariant slope angle. So you don't know like where to change the values and how to trace the error like that. So this admin perspective, once you are see the tutorial message, like it will show clearly, like stating that use the modify slope option. Means suppose your pipeline, whichever routed line is not in proper shape and it is throwing the inverse finger, it shows where to change. Here, if you see the use modify slope, means like at a particular reference database administrator knows where modify slope is there, so he can change the values accordingly. So that type of tutorial message has been addressed. I have just taken a small example to show you like which has been enhanced per message level. And also like the down like information it says like previously for our reinforcing pad and some radial branch connections, there are some weld issues like a weld is not showing in proper way. So that has been taken care from 2019, like 18 and 19. So this will be like you can change a lot of other information also, like the weld where it should be projected, all these things. So such type of enhancement will take. And now I'm just talking about the important feature from 2018. Like I will just let you know like what would be the case studies. Like suppose now in the like you might be your environment might be using the PDS or the third party tool like PDMS, and you have point cloud data. So previously there is a lot of headache to attach. Like generally the general native method is you will be able to convert to ZBF or you will be convert to DWG file and attach in smart. But in from 2018 and 19, there is a concept called SIO, so generate SIO option. So this option makes us really like challenging, and it is a game changer. So you need not to take the pain of converting data, or if you want to generate some drawings and just for basic things you want to check. So this option really helps us a lot. Let me explain clearly how it helps us. So general the procedure I am just explaining now. First, whatever the file, suppose if you have the PDS or PDMS model with you, Generally that would be, we will call it as a, we can attach as a reference file, which is not intelligent data. But with this method, feature, you can make it as a semi-intelligent. Most of the things like deleting the object, or generating the drawings, or generating the isometrics, or few cases, it is possible here. I will show you one live example with the third-party application PDMS, and I will explain, and I will show you sample isometric which has been extracted from the PDMS. Okay. So this is like, for this we required SIOP 2019 onwards. It will support smart and interoperability, where the multiple like RVM file from PDMS or DGN file from PDS will be converted to a ZVF file with MDB2, and later it will be generated this. So let me show you the process. So this is a stabilizer unit. It is a basic time plan from PDMS, I guess. So this unit we already converted to ZVF and MDB2 file, so that we can directly generate a SIO for this one. So I'll just show you the procedure, and I will extract one ISO for that. So once you are able to generate ZVF and MDB2 file, and now we have a additional feature in Smart 3D, generate SIO. This is like really a value addition for this, like, because a lot of people might have multiple environments where you can simply impose the data, where you can just load or in the workspace, but you cannot modify or delete that option. So now, with this helpful, it really helps, and you can delete and modify as per your requirement. So here I will select the plant which I want, and the permission group which I want, like say piping or equipment, whichever discipline related, or any admin you can select. And once you select, wherever you store the ZVF file and MDB2 file, like where this is pre-representation file, and MDB2 has the tag information, all the basic stored information. So I can share the path, and I can just generate this one. Once you generate this file, I will show, like as of now, we are not going to generate. It takes some 5 minutes time. So in this webinar, I will show what is the output from this one. So once you click on the generate, it automatically creates the file which you loaded. I am just selecting the file which I am loaded. So as I said, this is a stabilizer unit from the other third-party utility called PDMS, and I have generated this area as a testing. So this SIO has been generated, and the general native method, it would be in the reference 3D. But now with the help of this SIO, smart control objects, we are able to get it into the system level. Means you can able to see in the system level. So let me load and show you how it will be. So I'm just selecting the filter which has the converted ZVF ISO objects. I'm just pressing OK. So our workspace will be showing whichever you are converted. We will just see the model and how user will be. So previously, you might know that it will be in the reference 3D tab. Now, as I said, with the help of SIO, it will be the system level. So the hierarchy information and what is the pipes and what are the attributes, most of the basic attributes will be taken care in this one. So this really helps you. Like suppose you have some PDS model, but you need not to convert complete portion of the PDS. So there will be a lot of challenges, and you want to convert the data reference database. There will be a lot of headaches behind it, even any data. So in these things, like you can directly, whichever lines you are going to you want to keep as a reference, you can just convert into ZVF and MDB format. Together, if you load as SIO, it will be stored in proper hierarchy with the proper information. So let me show, this is all completely generated from the PDMS. So this is a stabilizer unit from the PDMS. And here, this is the colors also we can control. And if you see, we can select as a S3D native models, like it's semi-intelligent, where you can select the pipes and objects and which one it is related to. and basic information whichever captured from the PDMS will be shown. So you can still delete this file, like you can like wherever you want, you can delete the portion. So for the same thing, one good advantage, like the major advantages is like you can modify this, delete this one, and you can extract the drawings as well. So this as built drawings. Let me show how, like I will take a case study and I will explain a sample isometric. So I'm just loading a sample isometric with 2 lines. So I'm loading these 2 lines, like 100B1 and 150A3. So the workspace will have only 2 lines. Let us first review the 2 lines, and later I will show the isometric extraction procedure and how the output. So here these are the 2 lines where you can see this is a sample line, small line, and this is one more line. So it looks like the native SP3 model only. You can still delete this one, as I said earlier. And let us, in the drawing perspective, I'm talking about ISO. So if you are able to extract ISO, the GA also can be taken care of, and label information also can be captured. So I am just going to task drawings and reports. Okay. And the drawings and reports, I have selected the template, DBQ method. There is a one more package, ISO as built pipeline. In this pipeline, I have selected these 2 lines. Okay. And I am just deleting the existing drawings. Let me rerun this. Run query. Create drawings. With this create drawings, whichever the lines selected in the filter, you are able to see here. So we have 2 lines. I'm just taking a sample small line for just for our representation. So I just click on the update. So this is general method how you extract the ISO for general native SP3 models. So the same way you can extract the ISOs for this one. So the basic information can be captured, because as we know that the data is from the other third-party utility. Still, we have a lot of options to do these extractions. So it will be really helpful for you. Like there is no bother about like simply selecting as a reference database. Again, you need not to check all the information. So here you can just simply extract few things whatever you want. So that's why we are calling this as semi-intelligent model. So still ISO is extracting. Let me show you once ISO is extracted. So the same way we are checking for PDMS, we can do for the PDS as well. Like instead of converting complete model, there will be chances like just for a particular portion, a particular area. You can do these things and you can just close it out things like wherever you want. So once this is done, it should be in green mark, like how it behaves with S3D native models. So still the drawing is updating. So here we are able to see it is extracted successfully. The green tick mark shows it is extracted successfully. The same way like the S3D native model, I am just going to click open. If you see, we are able to extract the ISO for the SAO, like the PDMS model, which I have imported as a reference file. And now it is called a semi-intelligent model, where I can get which spec and what is the size and what is the dimensions of it. So it's like behaving like our native S3D model. So this really helps, like whichever you are using multiple ways. So this is how the drawing ISOs will be. And the same way you can extract GS that I'm not showing in the live demonstration, but still it has the good features for the controlling all the information. So this is a sample line, and let us see the same line in ISO environment, in 3D environment. Piping. So we have extracted ISO for this line. So this is how easily we can, even though it is a third-party data, we can still modify. We can just extract the drawings and we can delete whichever required. So this is one of the game changer. Like you can really, it really helps us in day-to-day. And there is in 2018-19, there is point code enhancement has been taken care. Suppose if you are working there is a old plant, you have done laser scanning and the data you are using in the point cloud data with Cloudworks. So that point cloud data still there is a lot of advantages in 2018 and 19. Like you can still extract some drawings from point cloud data as well. Like not only from SIO objects, so from the point cloud data also you can extract some drawings. And this is a sample example which is extracted from the point cloud data. So means the laser scan data whichever you are keeping in SP3, still you can extract drawings for that. I will just explain few slides on that one. That we are not taking it in the live demonstration, but I will explain the features for it. So, suppose most probably there is one more point like features suppress point cloud data. So, why this helpful? I will just explain few case studies and I will show the snapshots how S3 works. Okay, so if you are able to you want to demolish something which are existing, and if you want to replace the pump with other thing, suppose it is the old and you are trying to change the pump from the existing pump, you have the point cloud data with respect to that, but you want to see the around how your routing is there and how the interfaces is taken care. That type of thing in suppressed point cloud data is taken care. And like if you are instructing like any customer construction drawings, if you want to see like how the site condition is and how your SP3 model is, that type of case study taken care in this suppressed point cloud data. So, if you are working on any reverse engineering, suppose if like whatever in the existing site and you want to modify accordingly, or you want to update, or you want to know whether which you are going to update has been taken care, like how easily you can input that information. Now, with the help of this suppressed point cloud data, you can easily do that. I will show you few slides on that. You can understand how easy and how advantageous is that. So here the slide shows we have the old data like the pump here, the whichever arrow highlighted, and this is a point cloud data attached in SmartPan 3D. So this SmartPan 3D, like wherever the pump is there, I'm just going to delete particular portion. You may feel that you want to load the workspace for point cloud data as well, and wherever the points are there, like again it will get up to load, reload, or the scans images. There is a lot of headache process previously. So now there is no pain related to CloudWorks and point cloud data. You can simply select a particular portion of the pump or equipment or any object. You can select by the boxing method, and wherever you want this data, like I feel that this pump need to be replaced as per site condition. So I will select the portion where I want to remove this cloud data. I will remove this one. So later one, I can just model the existing new equipment. If you see the slide, you are able to see that the existing point cloud data where the site condition and which you are going to replace with a new pump and the routing around the pump. So this is how easily and the advantages like in 2019 verse you can. And as I said, like we can extract with the help of the point cloud data, you can still extract the drawings from this point cloud. So there is an option like vector and radar. Like you can select in the view styles, and you can still get the information of the point cloud data, like in GSS. And as I said, one more case study, like wherever the deviation is there, you just taken care of the cloud data into Smart 3D, and still you want to understand where the deviation is there as per site markup. So this snapshot shows that you can just combine the both the cloud data view and your S3D native model, and you can understand, okay, so this has been changed in the site, that type of markup we have been taken. So this is one more thing, like you can just route on the cloud data. So like wherever the our routing is going as per the slide, like the pipeline, you can still surface the cloud data. Means like whichever unwanted data you want, based on the site condition, you want to modify the changes. You can delete the cloud data wherever is there, and you can just add the S3 intelligent model. And one more good thing is like this cloud data, whichever we are integrating in a Smart 3D, will participate in IFC checking, interface checking. Means you will be clearly understanding that wherever the clashes also. So this is the addition features in 2019. And in this session, I'm just going to cover this, and the next session will be taking care into the structural detail. There is a lot of SD2 has been added, where you can analyze the structure and the bolts and nuts also can be taken care for structure part. And for the time limitation, I'm just closing this session now. And I will show you like a sample, how to load the point cloud data as an example. I'm just selecting the filter. more, cloud. I will show the which objects I have selected. Once you load the point cloud data, you will be able to get this point cloud data object here. Like you can select the workspace explorer, and I'm selecting the workspace explorer with the help of filter. Let me reselect point cloud data. I'm selecting the point cloud data view, which I want. Okay. So now if you see the workspace explorer, I'm just showing as example point cloud data. So the slides previously I have shown is just explained only where you can understand the features which is taken care of from 2019. So the point cloud data has been loading, and like I'll just fit the model. This is a sample scan data just for our viewing purpose. I have loaded. So the pipe, whichever is there, you can just select this portion and you can remove with the help of surface data. So you can route with the help of on the point cloud data. You can wherever the point cloud data is going, you can surface at any point like equipment, pipes, or any object, and you can just route on it. So that is easily taken care in the CloudWorks. That is one more advantage. Here you feel I found the surface point cloud data option, and I think that's all for the session. Over to Aida.
Thank you, Varun, for the presentation. So we will proceed to Q&A session. Everyone have a question, please drop to our chat box. So our presenter will answer your question.